Hey guys, welcome to Savinabuck today, and we are going to be putting in some trench drains right here in front of the garage where we have some hill, getting some rainwater in the garage, and we think these trench drains is going to help out putting them right here in front. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll go get a tractor out of the barn, start digging this up. Installing the trench drains. This is a do-it-yourself project, just me and my wife, and let's get started. Alright guys, here is a quick overview of where some rainwater and mud run through the garage doors, and we're putting these trench drains to eliminate this issue. Alright, here comes the heavy artillery. It's time to get started. We'll speed this up a little bit through the digging process. We're going to dig down about 8 inches altogether and then form it up, and then we'll go from there and set our forms and trench drains. Let's get started. Okay, sweep and clean the area, keep it clean. I'm getting ready to scrape the concrete for our concrete to bed up to it. Then you're digging out the next garage bay here and get it prepared to form up as well. Okay, now it's time to get a rough idea of where we want these drains, and we're wanting to pull about 4 inches all the way around. We want 4 inches in the front, 4 inches in the rear to our form, and 4 inches underneath the actual drain pan. Okay, now I'm getting ready to drill some pins in my existing concrete floor to attach the new concrete to. This will help me install some rebar bars. I go a little above and beyond, but that's my way of doing things. This will help the concrete bond and stay put and not sink later in life. I'm installing 1/2 inch by 12 inch rebar that you can buy at any of your local Home Depot, Menards, Lowe's, places like that carry that pretty well in stock. Now I'm going to string line my form boards to keep them straight from one end to the other, and I'm going to be about 13 inches off the face of the board, form board that we'll be pouring our concrete inside. Okay, form boards are in, they are straight, they're in line, and you can see up here I've put a little joint together to put our 2x4s, a little kicker. Now I am going to be cutting the actual pieces that's going to hold my channel drain up inside the concrete while we pour it. Taking these pieces about 16 inches long, go from the concrete to the form board. Now I'm cutting a piece of 1/4 inch plywood, and I'll show you what I'm getting ready to do. This 1/4 inch plywood is going to be a spacer, and that's going to keep that trench drain a 1/4 inch below grade, so when a car comes up, drives over it, it's not putting all the pressure on your drain, it's putting pressure on the concrete. Now I'm just going to spread these out random, try to spread them as evenly as possible. It don't have to be exact, but alright, next step is I'm just using coated wire to wire these boards down to the channel drain, and what that's going to do is hold that up off of that ground about 4 inches, plus give me my grade to my concrete and my grade board. Now I'm going to stick some 10-foot by 1/2 inch rebar down alongside these. And like I said, it's a little overkill. Some people don't do it, but I prefer with my concrete. It keeps it from cracking and helps with the pressure of the cars. Okay, it's plumbing time. I'm going to glue these fittings in that I got from Lowe's that come with these channel drains. They'll accept 3 inch or 4 inch pipe. I chose 4 inch drain pipe. I'm just going to use PVC cement, glue the ends on, and then glue my pipe together. Okay, I'm just continuing on with the plumbing, hooking one channel to another with the fittings. Glue them up just like I did on the first one, and then finish them out with a tail drain going downhill. We need to have about a 1/4 inch per 10-foot minimum for your drain to drain downhill. All right, we'll finish up this plumbing right here, and then we'll get started on something better. Okay, not so fun, but something that needs to be done is taping the whole top of this channel drain. Cover it all because it'll only help you finish your concrete and keep the channel drain from being filled with concrete or other debris while working. I got my little helper helping me out that makes it go a little bit faster. Here it is finished. Now we're all ready for the concrete. All right, we got our concrete mixer, our concrete, 80-pound bags. This little mixer will mix 160 pound at one time. That's 2 full 80-pound bags, and it does a good job of doing that. This thing comes from Lowe's. And when you're doing this job, it takes 2 people, so it's really nice. I have my wife here to help me out. She loves to get in and help with the concrete. She does a good job, and 2 people work better together. Okay, so what we're going to do is pour. You can see I put some brown paper here on my concrete inside the garage, and I'm also going to have my wife help me keep from splattering it all over the place with this shovel. And what we're going to do is pour it in half pour increments. That means I need to get everything underneath of the actual drain. That way it'll kind of set up before I put the next lift on. Okay, pouring it in slow, trying to get the concrete underneath of the form. And what I'll do here in a minute is I'll take my shovel, and you'll see I'll try to stab down beside the actual form a little bit to make sure we get it like underneath of it, vibrated a little bit with the shovel itself. You can see here me trying to spread it out a little bit because I'm trying to do it in 2 lifts and get it underneath that form to make sure it's going to be good and solid underneath of it. Okay, we got the first lift of concrete in, and now we'll put in a 1/2 inch by 10-foot piece of rebar on the top of the first lift, push it down in the concrete a little bit. My helper's doing a fantastic job. These 80-pound bags are heavy, so we cut them in half to help her load them into the chute a little easier. Alright, it's time to remove these braces we have on this. For the first pour, we want to pour it fairly quick. It's been about 40 minutes since we've got it started, so we want to get our concrete, our second lift on it fast as possible so we don't have a cold joint. Second round of concrete going in with the shovel. All this has to be placed very delicately. That way we can finish it off, get a trowel down, smoothed up, getting closer to the end. Alright, I'm striking this off with a hand float, leveling it up, making it smooth. Just getting ready to finish it all out, remove this tape, and do a little broom work. Tape's been removed. As you can see, there's nice and shiny metal there, that drain. I'm going to do a little bit of finish work with this broom to make sure it's got some grooves, not too slippery for the vehicles or to walk on. And that's about it. It looks good. A little bit left to finish in the far corner over top of our actual drain pipe. Anytime you have animals, you will have tracks. Here we have a cat that's walked through the concrete, So we'll have to fix its little paw prints. Okay, so we've washed the floors. This is day 2. We've got the drains in. We made sure they get rid of the water. They look very good. For a do-it-yourself project, I think it's awesome. You ought to give it a try. But please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.